Infant of Prague. Stephanie Grant,
Chelsea Cates.
Stephanie Grant, and Chelsea Cates. Oh, we're live. We're live. We're live with Chelsea Cates and Stephanie Grant from Infant of Prague Adoption Agency. Why don't you tell us about that? And about you have a new ambassador program, too.
Yes. Well, we're a full-service adoption agency. We've been in Fresno since 1953, so this is our 62nd year. And we provide, support to adopted families looking to build their family through adoption. We work with birth parents that have unintended pregnancies that want to make a voluntary plan of adoption. We have supports for, birth parents, adopted individuals, and adopted families ongoing. We have licensed therapists on staff. So really, when I say full service, I mean full service. But we're really excited. We have a new program called IPES Ambassadors, and they're amazing adult adoptees like Chelsea here that are passionate about adoption, passionate about just, educating the community about adoption. There's so many misunderstandings surrounding the adoption. So they set up activities and just opportunities to go out and speak about their experiences with adoption. This is Chelsea.
Welcome,
Thank
Chelsea.
you.
Where will you go? Where do you go?
Well, right now we just kind of established ourselves. We probably have a group of 10 to 15 of us.
Ambassadors?
Yes. We're all 20-somethings. And
All adoptees?
I think all of us are at this point, but we're open to allowing anybody
Who has a passion for
yes,
this.
or is curious, or is struggling with it, anything really. We just want to connect. That's one of our main goals, and then support one another and educate others on adoption as well.
Now, is there a place for every baby?
I think so,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
So every life is precious, and if you're, a lot of people, young girls end up in a situation, maybe not their fault, or maybe accidental, or unplanned, and there's places they can call. Infant of Prague is a place, and they should call.
And with that, I think sometimes people think they have to be certain about adoption before they call our agency. 75% of the moms we worked with last year with the unintended pregnancy chose to parent. We connected them to resources and walked alongside. So it's not just all about adoption.
Okay.
The other thing I would say too is so often our language is negative: give up, give away, put up for adoption. And what we see with our birth parents is they care so much. They make a really difficult decision to place their child and choose the adoptive family to raise their child because they feel, I'm not ready and I want that child to have what I can't provide. And so some of the myths and biases that are out there in the community about the option of adoption, we really work to just try to educate people, and that's one thing that's great about the ambassadors too. They're all, products of their birth mother's courageous choice.
Right. So if somebody just doesn't know, or they're confused, or just want to ask questions, is it free to call?
Absolutely.
Where do they call, by the way? Can we start giving that number out a bit?
They can call, you want me to give it?
Sure.
447-3333, and we have social workers on call after hours on the weekends.
447-3333. I was looking to see if it's on the screen. I realize I cannot see that.
Our website, www.infantofprague.org. You can email an ambassador, ambassadors@infantofprague.org.
Now, if somebody wants to adopt, or they've been wanting to adopt, is this where you go to an agency like this?
Yes.
Okay, it's a place to start.
And we are, like I said, full support. And it's not just the support through the adoption process, it's really lifelong.
Lifelong. Okay.
Yes.
Now, I have many experiences with people who've adopted, and it's just such a blessing in their lives. There's people who want a baby, and they can't always have one on their own, yet they can give a great home.
Yes. Absolutely. And Chelsea really can speak to that because she has wonderful parents.
I do. I got very lucky.
And you grew up in Fresno?
I did, yeah. And I have two brothers who were adopted as well. So it's a big part of our lives.
And you guys are all close and
We
close
are.
to the parents, and thank goodness those parents stepped in and said they want a baby. So, and how lucky they were to get you.
That's what I tell them.
Now you're ready to give back to the community a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
So I would imagine a young lady or a young couple, it's very life-changing all of a sudden be facing that you're going to have a baby. And maybe it's just good to talk to someone.
Yes.
And so you're not going to
Absolutely.
talk them into giving up their kid,
No,
especially,
no,
but
no.
just counseling on what are their options.
Yes, we'll walk alongside them and look at what's parenting look like, and then what does an adoption plan look like.
It has to be about the baby.
Yes.
Now, what about this early, I mean, nowadays, you should get to the doctor and get some vitamins or something like that. Would you counsel that or tell them how to do that or go
Yes,
about
we
it?
connect them to medical, to their prenatal care right off the bat.
So if they're embarrassed to call or not sure if they could call, they could start with the website,
Yes.
which is, say it one more time. I think we do have that on the screen, right, Michael? I can see the .org, but that's all I can.
Infantofprague.org, yes.
Infant of Prague, Prague.
Right.
Infant of Prague. And why is it so named?
Because we were actually started by a couple of priests in the Catholic Church back in the 1950s. And that name in the Catholic arena means blessings for children.
So it's
Yeah.
not about Yugoslavia or Czechoslovakia, wherever
No.
Prague is.
Yeah.
It's about, so is it
It's all
American?
domestic
American
infant,
organization.
yes.
So that's very good.
Yeah.
Now, I get the signal every time, Mike, you rush your guests through. Is there anything you want to add? Because we're almost out of time. I'll give you guys free license to say anything you like.
You want to?
Yeah, I guess I would just say we're just really interested in getting young people involved with this. Wherever background you come from, whatever you've been through, we want to just connect young people, educate young people on adoption. We'd love to get more involved in the community, so if that's possible and anybody has connections, feel free to reach out to us.
What if somebody wanted a guest speaker for an event? Would you go do that?
100%.
You could stand in front of a
Yes.
group and talk for 15 or 20 minutes?
Oh, yes. That's
And-
our favorite thing to do.
Very good. And then if somebody wants to get involved and be an ambassador or somehow, they can go maybe to infantofprague.org or call the number
477-3333.
That's easy to remember, 477-3333. Well, Mike Scott wanted to be here today, but he asked if maybe you guys could come back in a month or so and be on the
Sure,
show
we'd
again.
love
Yes.
to.
we have-
Infantofprague.org. Look them up. We're going to be back with more businesses right after this. Oh, wait, you know what? They have a video. Let's look at their video, and then we'll...
Okay. My mouth got completely dry.
See, Mike Scott would...
I became involved with Infant of Prague when I found out that I had a sister that my mom had placed for adoption.
You know, we just clicked really like right away, and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be awkward or if we were just, gonna meet and it was just gonna be perfect right from the start. And I went there with my parents to meet her, and I think we just all cried for probably the first 30 minutes. We just couldn't get over like how special this moment was. And I mean, looking back on like that day to where we are today 5 years later, it's like those first 15 years of my life, like without having that relationship, it doesn't even matter. We just picked up, right where we started. And
My relationship with my sister is amazing. I couldn't have pictured this any other way. Adoption has really, really worked for us. That alone, that we share something that's not so common and is so different and so special, it brings us together so much stronger.
I can't imagine my life, having a closed adoption, because I always felt such a strong desire to meet my biological family, and if that option wasn't available to me, it would have been really difficult growing up.
Open adoption is something amazing and beautiful, and it's different for everybody, and everybody's going to have a different experience with it. But one thing that it is you have this opportunity to be close with both sides of the family, and your family just grows. So if you are looking at adoption, give yourself the opportunity to have a larger family and to have this amazing experience that not everybody else is going to get to have.
It takes work, and it takes work on both parties to just come together to make this happen, but the result is so beautiful, and I think that's so evident, in our relationship and my relationship with my birth mother as well.